Hello, everyone. There is fire on the mountain. This is a Vevekuve matter that is really of Vevekuve in Kano State. Kano State, as it stands, probably has no emir. We don't know what's going on. Everything is just all over the place. Let me start here with Arise news, which says court sets aside 2024 Kano Assembly repeal law reinstating Emir Sunusi. A federal high court sitting in Kano has nullified the reinstatement of Muhammadu Sunusi II as Kano Emir. Federal High Court sitting in Kano has nullified all steps taken by Kano State government to repeal the Kano Emirates Council Law 2024, reinstating Muhammadu Sunusi II as the 16th Emir by the Kano State government. The presiding judge, Justice A.M. Liman, gave the ruling on Thursday, ordered the parties involved to maintain status quo pending the determination of the case. The judge held that the defendants were aware of the interim order granted by the court but chose to ignore it and went ahead with implementation of the law. Justice Liman stated that every aspect of the process undertaken by the assembly to repeal the 2024 law was null and void, saying that he would assume his coercive powers to enforce compliance with his order. I hereby order, according to the judge, that every step taken by the government is hereby nullified and become null and void, and that this does not affect the validity of the repealed Emirates law, but actions taken by the governor, which includes the assenting of the law and the reappointment of Sanusi. I've listened to the audio of the governor both in Hausa and English after assenting to the law, and I'm convinced that the respondents are aware of the order of maintaining status quo pending the hearing and determination of the motions on notice in the court. Having been satisfied that the respondents are aware of the court order, the court, in exercise of its power, set aside an action because it is in violation of the court's order. I think it is a very serious matter for anyone to flout the orders of the court and go scot-free with it. He said the catastrophic situation could have been averted if the respondents followed due process by complying with the court order, which would still have allowed them to carry out their assignments. Justice Liman noted that the respondents, however, decided to act according to their whims and caprices, a situation which he said landed them in serious mess. However, the judge transferred the case to Justice Simon Amobeda for continuation in view of his elevation to the Court of Appeal. Ahmed Sorondinki in Kano, reporting for Arise News. Okay, this is what Arise has written, and so many dramas. So what I'm going to do, for me, it's taking me such a long time trying to find what is the meat, what is going on. But I'm going to read out to you different things that other people have said. But I think at the end of the day, this is just causing a whole lot of trouble that shouldn't be there in Kano State. This is not the time to focus on all of this divisiveness. But hey, is there a bigger hand that is playing something around and trying to make trouble where there shouldn't be any trouble? First off, I'm going to look at I'm going to come up and look at what someone has said here, and that's Professor Chidi Odunkalu has been following this, and I can tell you it's a whole lot of drama that is all over the place. There was something that Professor Chidi Kalu said which was quite interesting. He said the Federal High Court in Kano, which lacks jurisdiction over chieftaincy matters, effectively blames the defendants for the fact that the court assumed jurisdiction it does not have in a subject matter outside the scope to issue orders that are beyond its pay grade. So according to Professor Chidi Odinkalu, the court, this particular court, has no business in this matter. It's more than its capacity, it's more than its grade, it's more than its level, but yet the court decided to take it on and, blame the defendant. Then we have someone here who is called MS Ingawa. he says what really happened. The Federal High Court declared that the Kano State House of Assembly Emirates Law 2024 remains valid, but condemned the implementation approach of the governor, thereby setting aside all activities following the Legislative Act. And if the 2024 law stands, it means all the 5 emirs and emirates are to revert back to their respective position before the 2019 law as stated by the new act. Abba Kabir Yusuf actually implemented the act in haste, but everything may still have to go back to his table because appointment and dethronement of emir is under his power, of course upon recommendation by the kingmakers. This would be more interesting than we can imagine. That was what Ingawa was saying. Then earlier on, the same Ingawa has said, there is no emir in Kano as it stands. The 2024 law that nullified the 5 emirates remains valid, which means there is only one Kano emirate. This law leaves the chair empty. The Federal High Court also ruled that the reinstatement of Sunusi Lamido Sunusi is nullified. This means neither Aminu nor Sunusi is the king. Can they make me king since they are fighting? Anyway, let me come back and be serious. But because SLS was the king during the ruling, he remains one until the legal battle is over. It will boil down to the governor making fresh appointment. So status quo remains, that's what he's saying. And the Emir Sunusi Lamido Sunusi is on the throne right now. So he's going to stay put, drink water, and mind his business so that his skin will be popping of the popping. Anyway, a whole lot of things. Yerima Sise said the court has granted motion for stay of execution applied by KS, that the Kano State House of Assembly, so no move should be taken by either parties. The Federal High Court sitting in Kano lacked jurisdiction to decide on this case, so SLS2 remained Emir of Kano until the apex final decision. You know, we've reached a place in our country where judiciary is for sale. Who is the highest bidder? Pay them with whatever you can, and that's it. You always find a ruling. You can go. That's why you see somebody will leave Kano and go to Bayelsa to go and get a ruling. Somebody will leave Imo and go to Jigawa to get a ruling. When they are looking for ruling, no, they are all one Nigeria. It is when they want to divide citizens that they are no longer one Nigeria. But anyway, in all of this drama that is going on, the Kano state government has responded. They no send anybody. Text of press statement by the Attorney General, Commissioner of Justice, Kano State, after the judgment of the Federal High Court, Kano Division. Gentlemen of the press, you will recall that at our last press briefing, we had informed you that we would keep you posted. We will keep you posted relating to any further development in respect of our Emirate case. Today, 20th June 2024, the Federal High Court number 1, Kano, had passed its ruling in respect of the case before it. I have the honor on behalf of His Excellency Governor Abba Sheikh Yusuf and the Kano State government to address you once again over the lingering litigation arising from the abolishing of the 5 emirates and the position of the former emirs, including the deposed emir of 8 metropolitan local government. The Kano State government acknowledges ruling by the Federal High Court regarding the Kano Emirate Council Repeal Law 2024 and views same as upholding of the rule of law. By the ruling of the court, it has unequivocally reaffirmed the validity of the law passed by the Kano State House Assembly and assented to by His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kano State, on Thursday, 23rd May 2024 by 5:10 p.m. So, why all this drama then? If that law is there, why? Anyway, this part of the judgment is very fundamental to the entire matter. Further implication of the ruling is that all actions done by the government before the emergence of the interim order of the Honorable Court are equally validated. This means that the abolition of the 5 emirates created in 2019 is validated, and the deposition of the 5 emirs is also sustained by the Federal High Court. By implication, this means that Mohammed Sanusi II remains the Emir of Kano. The judge also granted our application for the state proceedings until the Court of Appeal this on the appeal before it on jurisdiction. Happily, the signing of the law and the reinstatement of His Highness Emir Mohammed Sunusi II was done on 23rd of May 2024 before the emergence of the interim order, which was served on us on Monday 27th May 2024. Following this court's ruling, Kano State Government has directed the State Commissioner of Police remove the deposed Emir of the 8 metropolitan local governments from the government property where he is trespassing, as government has already concluded arrangement for the general reconstruction and renovation of the property, including the demolition and reconstruction of the dilapidated wall fence with immediate effect. Lord have mercy. What kind of drama are we seeing? So now they want to, I want to congratulate and call on the good people of Kano State to remain peaceful and celebrate the success of the people without any hitch. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to protect our state, our government. At this moment, I absolutely have nothing to add. Just make of it whatever we make. At the end of the day, I will just say,